Hello friends, my name is Ruparelia Prince. Today topic is nothing's free. Everything has a price, but not all prices appear on labels. Everything has a price and a key to a lot of things with money is just figuring out what that price is and begin will, willing to pay it. The problem is just figuring out what that price is and begin willing to pay it. The problem is that the price of lot of thing is not obvious until you experienced them firsthand when the bill is overdue. General Electric was the largest company in the world in 2004, worth a third of $1 trillion. It had either been first or second each year for the previous decade. Capitalism, capitalism signing example of corporate aristocracy, then everything fell to pieces. The 2008 financial crisis sent GE's financing division, which supplied more than half the company's profits, into chaos. It was eventually sold for scrap, but subsequent bets in oil and energy were disasters, resulting in billion in write-offs. GE stock fell from $14 in 2007 to 7 by 2018. Blame placed on CEO Jeff Immelt, who ran the company since 2001, was immediate and harsh. He was criticized for his leadership, his acquisitions, quitting the divided laying of work, and of course the plunning stock price. Rightly so, those reward with dynastic wealth when time are good, hold the burden of responsibility when the tide goes out. He stepped down in 2017. But Immelt said something insightful on his way. How? Responding to critics who said his actions were wrong, and what he should have done was obvious. Immelt told his successor, "Every job look easy when you're not the one doing it. Every job look easy when you're not the one doing it, because the challenges faced by someone in the arena are often invisible to those in the crowd." dealing with the conflicting conflicting demands of sprawling bloat short term investor regulator union and intern head bureaucracy is not only hard to do but it's hard to even recognize the severity of the problem. You need till you're the one dealing with them. Email's successor who last 14 months learn this as well. Most things are harder in practice than they are in theory. Sometimes this is because we're overconfident. More often it's because we're not good at identifying what the price of success is, which prevents us from being able to pay it. The S&P 500 increased 119 fold in the 50 years ending 2018. All you had to do was sit back and let your money compound. But of course, successful investing look easy when you're not the one doing it. Hold stock for the long run. You'll hear it's a good advice, but do you know how hard it is to maintain a long term outlook when stocks are collapsing? Like everything else worthwhile, successful investing demands a price, but its currency is not dollar and center. It's a volatility, fever, doubt, uncertainty, and regret, all of which are easy to overlook. You need till you're dealing with them in real time. The inability to recognize that investing has a price can tempt us to try to get something for nothing, which like shoplifting rarely ends well. Say you want a new car, it costs us 1300,000. You have three options: pay 300 for it, to find a chapter, use 1, 3, still it. In this case, 99% of people know to avoid the tired option because the consequence steal of stealing a car outweigh the upside. But say you want to earn an 2% annual return over that next 13 years so you can retire in peace. Does this reward come free? Of course not. The world is never that nice. There's a price tag, a bill that must be paid. In this case, it's a never ending stunt from the market, which gives big return and tax them away just as fast, including divides the Dow Jones Industrial Average Return return about 2% per year from 90,000 to 2019, which is a great, but the price of success during this period was dreadfully high. The shaded lines in the chart show when it was at least 5% below its previous all-time high. This is the price of market return. The fee. It is the cost of admission, and it hurts. Like most product, the bigger the return, the higher the price. Netflix stock return more than 3,500,000% from 2002 to 2018, but trade below its previous all-time high on 94% of days. Monster beverage return 319,000 percentage from 1995 to 2018, among the highest return in history, but traded below its previous high 95% of the time during that period. Now here the important part, like the car, you have a few options. You can pay this price accepting volatility and upheaval, or you can find a exit with less uncertainty and a lower payoff, the equivalent of a used car, or you can attempt the equivalent of a grand theft auto. Try to get the return while avoiding the volatility that comes along with it. Many people in investing choose the third option, like a car thief thought will meaning a low bidding they from tickets and strategies to get the return, and low bidding that they from tickets and strategies to get the return without playing the price. They trade in and out. They attempt to sell before the next recession and buy before the next boom. Most investors with even a little experience know that volatility is real and common. Many then take what seems like the next logical step, trying to avoid it, but the money goes to not look highly upon those who seek a reward without playing the price. Some car thieves will get away with it. Many more will be caught. And fun side, same thing with investing. Morningstar once look at the performance of tactical mutual funds whose strategy is to switch between stock and bonds at opportune time cap- capturing market return with lower downside risk. They want the returns without paying the prices. The study focus on the mid 2010 through late 2011 period, when US stock market went wild on fears of a new reasons, and the S&P 500 declined more than 20%. This is the exact kind of environment the tactical funds are supported to work in. It was their moment to shine. There were, by Morningstar's count, 112 tactical mutual funds during this period. Only 9 had better risk adjusted return than a simple 16 upon 40 stock bond fund. Less than a quarter of the tactical funds had smaller maximum drawdown drawdowns that the level leave it alone index. Morningstar wrote, with a few exception, gained less, were more volatile volatile uh, volatile or were subject to just as much downside risk as the hand of fund. Individual investors fall for this when making their own investments. To the average equity fund investor, upon under under underperform perform the fund they've invested in by half a percent per year. According to Morningstar, the result of buying and selling when they should have just both and health. The irony is that by trying to avoid the price, investor end up paying double. Back to GE go on one of its many false systems from an era under former CEO Jack Welch became famous for inspiring quarterly earnings per share bets. What Wall Street estimate he was the grandmaster. If Wall Street unleashed unleashed expected 0.25 per share check per share, check would deliver 0.26. No matter the state of business or the economy, he'd do that by messaging the numbers. That description is charitable, often pulling gains from future quarters into the current quarter to make the obedient numbers salute their master. Forbes, Forbes reported on of dozens of examples for 2 years in a row, sold ecomotives to unnamed financial partner instead instead of end user in transaction that left most of the risk of ownership with GE. Welch never denied this game. He wrote in his book straight from the gut. The response of our business leader to the crisis was typical of the GE culture. Even though the book had closed on the quarter, many immediately offered to pitch in to cover the gap. Some said they could find an extra 10 million, $10 million, $20 million, and even $30 million from their business to offset the surprises. The result was that under Welch's leadership, stockholder didn't have to pay the price. They got consistency and predictability, a stock that surged year after year without the surprise of uncertainty. Then the bill came. Do like it? Do you like it always does? CE shareholder have suffered through a decade of mammoth losses that were previously settled by accounting maneuvers. The penny gains of wealth era became dime losses. Today, the strongest example of this comes from failed mortgages against Freddie Mac, finally which in the early 2000s were caught under reporting current earnings by billions of dollars with the intention of spreading those gains out over future periods to give investors the illusion to smoothness and predictability. The illusion, if not illusion, if not of not having to pay the price. The question is, why do so many people who are willing to pay the price of cars, house, food, and vacations try so hard to avoid paying the price of good investment returns? answer is simple. The price of investing success is not immediately obvious. It's not a price tag you can see. So when the bill comes due, it doesn't feel like a fee for getting something good. It feels like a fine for doing something wrong. And while people while people are generally fine with paying fees, fines are supposed to be avoided. Your support uh, suppose supposed to make decisions that preempt and avoid fines, traffic fines, and IRS fines. Mean you did something wrong and deserve deserve to be punished. The nature nat- natural response for anyone who watches their wealth decline and view that drop as a fine. It is to avoid future fines. It sounds trivial, but thinking of market volatility as a fee rather than a fine is an important part of developing the kind of mindset that lets you stick around long enough for investing gains to work in your favor. Few investors have the deposition to say I'm actually fine if I lose 20% of my memory. This is double doubly true for a new investor who have never experienced a 20% decline. But if you view volatility as a fee, then things look different. Disneyland tickets cost $100, but you get awesome day with you kinds you'll never forget. Last year, more than 18 million people thought that face was worth playing. A few flat the $100 was a punishment or a fine. The worthwhile trade-off of of fees is obvious when it's clear you're playing on playing one. Same with investing where volatility is almost always a fee, not a fine. Market returns are never free and never will be. They demand you pay a price. Like any other product, you're you're not forced to pay this fee, just like you not forced to go to the Disneyland. You can go to the local country fair where tickets might be $10 or stay home for free. You might still have a good time, but you'll usually get what you pay for. Same with markets. The volatility uncertainty fee the prices of returns is the cost of admissions. To get returns greater than low fees parks like cash and bonds. The trick is convincing yourself that the markets that the market's fee is worth it. That's the only way to properly deal with volatility and uncertainty, not just putting up with it but realizing that isn't it's an admission fee worth paying. There's no gu- guarantee that it will be something. Sometimes it rains at Disneyland, but if you view the admission fee as a fine, you'll never enjoy the magic. Find the price, then pay it. The section of pessimists. Optimize sound like a sales pitch, but pessimism sound like someone trying to help you. Optimism, optimism is the best bet for most people because the world trends to get better for most people most of the time, but pessimism hold, holds a special place in your our hearts. Pessimism isn't just more common than optimism. It also sound same smarter. It's intellectually captivating and it's paid more attention than optimism, which is often viewed as being oblivious to risk. Before we go further, we should define what optimism is really. Optimism don't believe that everything will be great. That's complex complacency. Optimism is a belief that the odds of a good outcome are in your favor over time, even when there will be setbacks along the way. The simple idea that most people wake up in the morning trying to make things a little better and more productive then wake up looking to cause trouble is the foundation of optimism. It's not complicated. It's not guaranteed either. It's just the most reasonable bet for most people. Most of the time, the late static late static statistic constitution. Hence, Roseline put it differently. I am not an optimist. I am a very serious possibility. Now we can discuss optimism's more compelling siblings. pessimism. December 29, 2008, the worst year for the con- economy in modern history is about to close. The stock market around the world had collapsed. The global financial sy- system was on day-to-day life support. Unemployment was soaring, 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 soaring as things look like that they couldn't get worse. The Wall Street Journal Post General Journal published a story arguing that we hadn't seen anything yet. It ran a front page article on the outlook of a Russian professor named Agor Panarin, whose economic view reveal that Floyer of science fiction writer, the ju- journal wrote around the end of the 2010 or early July, says the US will break into six pieces with Al- Alas- Alaska reverting to Russian control. California will from the new nucleus of what he calls the Californian public, and will be part of China or under Chinese influence. Texas will be the heart of the Texas Republic, cultures of states that will go to Mexico or fall under Mexican influence was heightened. DC and New York will be part of an Atlantica America that may join the European Union. Canada will grade a group of northern states. Prof. Panarin calls the Central North American Republic Hawaii. He suggests will be a protector of Japan to or China, and Alaska will be subsumed into Russia. This was not the rambling ramblings of a background blog or a tinfoil hat newsletter. This was on the front page of the most prestigious financial newspaper in the world. It is fine to be a pessimistic about the economy. It's even okay to be apocalyptic. History is full of examples of countries experiencing not just recession but disintegration. The interesting things about Panarin type stories is that their polar opposite forecast cuts forecasts of out, outrageous optimisms are really taken as se- seriously as a prophets of doom. Take Japan in the late 1914s. The nation was quoted by defeat from World War II in every way, economically, industrially, culturally, socially, but brutal winter in 1946 cues of famine that limit food to the food than $800 cal- calories per person per day. Imagine if a Japanese academic had writing a newspaper article during this time that said chin up everyone within our lifetime our economy will grow to almost 15 times the size it was before the end of the war. Our life expectancy will nearly double. Our stock market will produce returns like any country in history has rarely seen. We will go more than 14 40 years 40 years without ever seeing unemployment top 6 percentage. We will become a world leader in electronic investi- investion innovation in innovation and corporate managerial system. Before long we will be so rich that we will own some of the most prized real estate in the United States. United States Americans by the way will be our closest ally and will try to copy our economic insight. So they would have been summarily low out of the room and asked to seek a medical evaluation. Keep in mind the description above is what actually happened in Japan in the generation after the war, but the mirror of the opposite of Panarian looks absurd, in a way of horse cards for a cards of doom doesn't pessimism just sound smarter and more plausible than optimism. Tell someone that everything will be great and they're likely to either shrug you off or offer a skeptical. I tell someone they're in danger, and you have their indi- undivided attention. If a smart person tell me they have a stock pick that's going to rises tenfold in the next year, I will immediately write them off as full of nonsense. If someone who's full of nonsense tell me that a stock I own is about to collapse because it's an accounting for fraud, I will clear my calendar and listen to their word, every word, listen to the every word. Say will, say will have a big reasons, and newspaper will call you say we're headed for average growth, and no one particularly cares. Say we're nearing the next great depression, and you'll get on TV but mention that good times are ahead, or markets have room to run, or that a company has a high potential, and a common recognition from commenters and spectators alike, is that you are either a salesman or comically aloof of risk. The investing newsletter industry has known this for years, and is now populated by prophets of doom, despite operating in an environment where the stock market has gone up 17,000 fold in the last century. This is true beyond finance. Matt Ridley wrote in his book The Rational Optimist, a content drumbeat of pessimists usually drown out any trip to list song. If you say the world has been getting better, you may get away with being called naive and insensitive. If you say the world is going to go on getting better, you are considered embarrassingly mad. If on the other hand you say catastrophe is imminent, you may accept a MCQ gains award, or even the Nobel Peace Prize. In my own adult lifetime, the fashionable reason for pessimism changed, but the pessimism was constant. Every group of people I ask think the world is more fighting, more violent, and more hopeless. In short, more dramatic than it really is. Hence, Rosling wrote in his book Factfulness.